We're at the very end of June, and I thought we would take a little tour of I call it the Sophie border in the back of my French garden. So we're going to walk through the parterre, which is just coming into full bloom right now. Lavender looks amazing. A little fountain there. We'll take a look at Sophie's garden. So Sophie's garden is actually a type of pinery, which means it's a collection of different pine and evergreens. And I wanted to do this to show people that you don't need to have flowers to have a beautiful garden. You can simply mix and match a bunch of different evergreens to give you a different color contrast. So even though these little evergreens are small right now, they will grow up into be big boys and girls at some point in the near future, and when they blend together as a border, it'll look quite amazing. But you can see the different colors right now as we have the sun shining on them. First one is a green arrow cedar, and I just got this from the tree center, and I was a little disappointed, to tell you the truth, because it came as a cutting that still had the grafting tape on it, and I put these other stakes in there just to try to hold it upright, and then I got it protected so the deer and the rabbits don't get it. So this should grow up to be a beautiful tree, and I think it gets about 10 to 12 feet tall. Much different than the Alaskan weeping cedar. This is actually much shorter, but it is a weeping form of cedar, which will look pretty good. But I got it extra protected right now because it was so little. This one is my Troutman juniper, and the foliage is just really different on this, and it's got a lot of the juniper berries on it right now. But the color is different. The color is a little different. It has a little bit of a blue hue to it as well, which makes it very attractive to look at. And the berries add a little bit of whimsy as well. Troutman juniper. This one's claim to fame is this is the bluest of the blue. This is a Monte blue spruce, or Montgomery blue spruce. Short. The nickname is Monte. This comes from Isley Nursery out on the west coast of the United States. And the color is quite bright right now because we just put on new growth. This is a slow growing variety. It only puts on maybe 6 inches a year. We'll take a look at it on both sides just to try to see the color. You see how bright it is? So when I have the sun shining on it, you see just how bright it is. Step back and I compare it to some of these other shrubs, you can kind of see the color combination, how different it is. Next one is a soft serve gold from Proven Winners. It has really a nice bright yellow color, which is a stark contrast to the blue, but together they look really amazing. So you can see the stark contrast with the Monte blue spruce and the soft serve gold evergreen, which is a false cypress, I believe. Next one is one I just got as well from the tree center on the East Coast. This is the Boulevard cypress, and it is so soft for a cypress. I mean, you just want to touch it. It's so soft, and it has a little bit of that blue hue to it as well. Really nice. So if we put the three together, there you got a Monte blue spruce, you got the Boulevard cypress, and then the soft serve gold. Look at that color combination. And I know the trees are small, but when they grow up, they're going to be amazing. This next little one is a Sting arborvitae, and even though that it looks small now, it'll get to be I think 10 feet tall. And then because it'll stay actually really skinny, it only gets about 2 feet in diameter, so it will grow up and be a nice columnar. And again, it's a little bit different shade of green. So recapping, here we have, there's the Sting, which is that color green. There's a soft serve gold, the Boulevard cypress, the blue spruce, and I think that was a Troutman juniper. And then the end will be a weeping cedar when it comes in. So that's pretty cool. So this is all to the west side of Sophie. This is Sophie. Say hello to Sophie. Sophie is a statue that my kids named many years ago. And so we just kind of kept the name. And this is Sophie number 2. Sophie number 1 succumbed to problems with the sun breaking her down. But this is a much nicer one. And the pedestal, I think I might just paint kind of a white color, a bright white. But either way, she's quite striking against that green backdrop. It looks really good. I've got some blank space under here, and I'm going to put some white artisaments underneath here. And then I think I'm going to put some a drift of red coleus on each side. I just haven't got to it yet. So that is something I still have planned to do yet this year. This next shrub is a Hetzi juniper, and what I'm going to use this for is propagation. I'm going to try to propagate Taylor junipers, and I need this for the rootstock. This is supposed to prop real easy, and so I will take cuttings from this, I'll prop them, and then the following year I will graft Taylor cuttings on top of it. So it's just a little experiment that I'm running. So it's this is a columnar type of evergreen. And you can see it actually has a nice color compared to the white spruce behind it. This next little evergreen is an Austrian pine, and my goal with this Austrian pine is to topiary it. They tend to have a lot of disease problems, and I knew that taking it in, but it actually put on some really nice new growth. The old growth I already took off, had a little bit of a fungus issue. So anyway, that's going to be a tree that I topiary and keep it small. I'll probably keep it at 6 feet in height, and I'll use bonsai type of techniques to keep it small and styled. I'll probably put some bonsai wire on it to make the arm stick out, just for a unique specimen tree. And this beautiful weeping tree is an Angel Falls white pine. And it's a little funny colored because the new growth is still kind of coming its own. It looks a little yellow, but if we get a closer look on it, the needles actually are kind of white and blue. They have multiple colors, if you can see that or not. So it's kind of pretty. You can see it here. You can see it here. You can see how it's white. And so that makes it really nice. And I will train this one to probably be no more than 10 feet tall. I'll just start cutting it back again to do topiary with it and to try to keep these trees under control as a little sample garden. This weird looking little tree is actually a Korean white fir called Icebreaker, and it is extremely slow growing. It grows 1 inch a year, but it's bright white, so it adds yet another layer of color and contrast to this garden, which if you put it together and you look at it, I mean, it's just really kind of neat. This is Primo, and the texture on this evergreen is really amazing. I don't even know how to explain it. It looks like moss, maybe, and it's just really cool. My husband and I did a little yard walk about a couple of weeks, well, maybe a week ago, and he looked at this and he goes, "That is just the coolest foliage." And I said, "Yeah, it's really nice. Nice to have this different texture." And again, if you're trying to do garden design, if you look at this texture and then you compare it to the white pine, you can see how the needle structure is different, and it's just really cool. This is another one. This is vintage gold full cypress, so bringing another color into the space. If you look at it here, you can see all these different colors. So there's the gold and the darker greens. I'm losing daylight. The sun's going to go down pretty soon. And then again, another one. This is a Scotch pine, and I am going to topiary this one as well. I've had this for quite a few years, and I just haven't started topiarying it yet, but I think I'm going to do that next year. So we got some nice growth going on it. Now, it's only been in the ground for 1 full year. I've had it growing in a pot for like 3 years. Here's just an odd ornamental grass. This one's called chameleon grass, and it has 3 different colors on it, and it actually needs to be moved. I have this blank space here, and this is probably where I'll move it back into there. This is a common blue spruce, a globe blue spruce. It's a little sad right now, but that's what that is. And then behind it, which is a scraggly looking tree, is actually a balsam fir. And I need to train it because I need to get the central leader going straight up again. And this thing will actually recover. So it'll be really fun over the years to compare what the recovery looks like and this thing filling out. Again, I will prune this back to look probably like a Christmas tree, and it'll be small. I have a couple of these ground cover type of evergreens. This is a Celtic Pride cypress, and it does have a little bit of a blue hue to it depending on the daylight. And it wasn't very happy. My soil here is pretty sweet. I had to put a acidifier on it to try to get it to turn back to the right color. When it grew in the pot, it was fine. As soon as I put it in my sweet soil, it did not like it. So I had to acidify the soil a little bit, and she started coming back. So I've got a little cloud cover right now, so let's take another pan view of this. You can see just how all these different colors kind of pop and how they all work together to kind of give you a bouquet effect, but with evergreens instead of flowers or other type of flowering shrubs. So if you're not a fan of flowers, try putting in a pinery. I just think it's going to look amazing. I'm loving it right now. If this video is helpful, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. Also, consider subscribing so you don't miss any of our other great videos. Me and Sophie, that is. If you like garden tours, check this playlist next. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.